Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be talking about this right here, the Cantogroup Origin. This is a part of the prototype run that he did. And there's not a whole lot that he made, and it's really nice. I would say it's pretty similar overall to the Kraken trainer, which I'll talk about later. And it's also a Canto product, so it sounds really nice. But a few specs on this. It's got 7075 aluminum handles with this nice texture on it. I'm not sure if you can really tell, but it's got this nice stippled texture, kind of like the texture on a barbell. That just, it makes it really grippy. Texture, I feel like, is always the biggest problem whenever it comes to makers making their first aluminum ballast songs, which, if any of you are more familiar with Canto's work, his first ballast song was the Meta, and it didn't have texturing like this, and the grip was the biggest problem on that one, so he's addressed that problem with the texturing here. And yeah, 7075 aluminum, so very nice alloy, very hard, much better than 6061, which you find on a lot of other trainers. It's got a 440C hardened steel trainer blade with this cool little hole pattern. Press fit Zen pins, so you don't have to screw or unscrew them back in. They're press fit into there, and I haven't noticed any issues of them backing out or anything. They've stayed pretty solid throughout the duration of me borrowing this. And after this, I'll be shipping this trainer to Camaroe on Instagram, or Blade Bias on YouTube, as you guys may know him. And this is on bushings. It has steel bushings with phosphorus bronze washers, so it's extremely solid. Basically zero play, nowhere close to having any tap, and I have not tuned it since I got it, which is pretty impressive. It's held its tune very well. It's never switched the way it performs or flips or anything. Very reliable trainer. It's got a little bite handle indicator, or a little choil thing down here. You can barely feel it, but you can tell it's there. It just kind of is rough to chap on around on the bite handle, so you can tell if you're on the wrong side, especially if you do a chap on or something. And then it's got a slightly rounded spine, kind of chamfered. It's still pretty flat, in the middle of it, which is nice for chaplains and stuff like that, to keep it straight. Maybe it might help you to do cats, which it's also got speed channels, which is nice. You can feel that when you're doing fans and stuff. I think speed channels are the most elite machining feature, because it's kind of the best of both worlds when you think about sandwich versus channel. If you have a sandwich knife, you get so much grip from just having the edges of the liners or the slabs here that you can feel on both sides of the handle instead of just one. The Tsunami, which it has the Chanwich little line down the middle, but there's no feeling of it. It's not really something that you feel you hold on to. Whereas the speed channel is as if it's sandwich. You've just got a really long spacer down here, which I don't know if it mentioned, but it does have jimping, and it's pretty long. Like, if you put a Kraken trainer next to it, you can see the jimping goes for a bit further down the handle. And yeah, it is very similar to the Kraken trainer. Like, the Kraken trainer also has a hardened stainless steel blade, 7075 aluminum, textured handles, bushings, and phosphorus bronze washers. So they are very similar. It is kind of interesting, like the Kraken trainer kind of feels lighter, and this feels a bit heavier when you're flipping. But this is 4 ounces flat, and the Kraken trainers, at least the V3s, this is not a V3, but I was looking at the specs for the V3s, and they're listed as 4.19 ounces. But the balance is pretty similar. I would say, like, the Canto trainer is probably slightly more, like, handle biased than the Kraken trainer, but you also have to keep in mind, like, the Canto trainer has these weights down here. They're just like pivot screws, male and female, so you can unscrew those and change the weight of it like that. And you can do something similar in the Kraken trainer. It's also a bit more blockier than the Kraken trainer, like the handles. If you look at the end of the handles, they're pretty square. And the Kraken trainer has like a lot more rounding on the handles than the Canto does. I don't really know how to show it super well on camera, but the handles are rounded. It's just they feel more square in your hands while flipping. So some people prefer that, some people don't like it. Personally, I don't really know what I prefer. Kind of depends. Like, the Kraken trainer is definitely nicer for like for doing fans and stuff like that, but the Canto trainer might be better for like twirls and stuff because it's never gonna fold over when you don't want it to. It also sounds better. Like, I know some people have like some crazy sounding Kraken trainers, but this thing just sounds nutty and it rings a lot. So, no complaints about the sound whatsoever. I don't really know what else I have to say. Like, the Zen pin area is fine. It's kind of like a little triangle with a like rounded off Zen nipple. This is like a decently big problem with the Krakens a while ago. But I think this is a V3 blade. It has like the rounded tang, so they fixed that issue. But I haven't had any like pinching problems with this yet, and I kind of doubt it would. Just like when doing rollovers and stuff, I hardly ever feel it. So yeah, overall really impressive, especially for someone who is newer to making. This being like one of his first products is really impressive, especially when you look at like the timeline for other companies and how long it took them to perfect their process. So that being said, I am really excited for his titanium trainer that'll be coming out soon. But that's all I've got to say. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hopefully I can have time to make more random talking videos like this. And if you guys have anything you would like to see from me in this format, just leave suggestions in the comments. That's all I got. Peace.